Let's go. Come on. It's carnage time.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for the CASSIUS and HAYWARD show here on BoxNation. We're in San Francisco. It's very hot. I'm in the office of Mr. Virgil Hunter. How are you, sir?
Fine, sir. I'm just really the upgrades, man. Every time I see you, you just keep going steps up and steps up.
Do you know what? Steps up, but I'm kneeling to interview you.
I understand.
There's
that,
a subliminal message there.
I wish our viewers could see this equipment you got, man. You started out with a cell phone, and now you got equipment that NBC, CBS, everybody be envious of. What's going on?
Not a lot. It's just a long flight here, back home tomorrow.
Not that bad in first class.
It's BoxNation. They're playing for premium economy, so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're well known at the airport in Heathrow, though, right?
All airports, Gatwick, Heathrow, Stansted. Do you know about Stansted?
Where's that at?
It's the third secret airport in England.
Okay. It's in the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On the coast?
Yeah, let's just say on the coast.
Okay. Bigger than Bolton?
No, probably not.
Okay.
It's just one near me.
All right.
Quickly approaching May 7th. It's been labelled as speed versus power. Is that an accurate description of this fight?
As close as you can get. It has its significance, you know, speed versus power. I mean, if you have to label it, that's a safe label to put on a product, you know, speed versus power. It's catchy, you know. It lets you know you have two different individuals trying to win in two different ways. So I can go with that. As long as it sells tickets, it's got to work, right? You're here.
Well, I'm here.
Speed versus power got you here, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. AMIR Khan, been on welterweight not too long, around a year and a half. This is for £155 for the middleweight title. What's your whole take on the weight situation regarding this fight?
Well, I didn't put much into it. If he's over 54, he's a middleweight. So you have to look at it for what it is. It's been acknowledged as a middleweight fight, and he's legitimately over the junior middleweight limit. So it is a middleweight fight. But I haven't taken time to really just, you know, marinate on, you know, whether 60 or whatever. I think that's probably a surface later on in the year for that side, you know, if they continue to move forward.
I heard you talking there about Canelo's power. How did you assess Canelo so over as his power, especially going into this fight?
Well, what I really said was I just spoke factual. And what I said is that, first of all, he's not a natural middleweight himself. He came through the weight classes. If I'm not mistaken, he started at 135, I believe, 130, 140. So he grew through the weight class. I think first time I saw Canelo, he was a 40-pounder. Then when he fought Gomez, he was 47. So he's grown through the weight classes also. So it's not like he stepped in a big middleweight, you know. As far as power is concerned, I just call it like it is. He has not knocked out a junior middleweight, with the exception of James Kirkland. Of course, with the Angulo fight, they stopped it. But that was kind of like my point. He hit Angulo with every punch invented, and Angulo never even wobbled. You know, he never stopped coming forward. And he was a dead man in that fight. I know that personally. He only got, against my advice for him to get up here and train, he waited till he got the notice, and it was a 7-week notice, and he had 32 pounds to take off. Same with Kirkland. He got I believe, an 8-week notice, and 50 pounds overweight, hadn't fought in a year and a half. You're not going to win that fight. You're going to get knocked out because you don't have anything going for you in this fight in order to win, other than how they choose to hype the fight.
Virgil, how much has Amir Khan improved since the Danny Garcia defeat, in your opinion?
You know, mentally, IQ-wise, I think he's come a long way. Of course, you know, I've always said that I wish the ocean didn't separate us, that we could even benefit more. But I would like to think that he has, you know, improved in a lot of departments. And I can only listen to what other people say, you know, and how other people see it. And, you know, so they give him his props on his improvement. But I give him his props also on his improvement. The thing about Amir, he's so gifted is that you have to put him in a situation where he feels threatened, where he feels like if I don't lock in on this, you know, I can get hurt. And I think those are the best fights to put him in, where he has a real serious challenge in front of him. And then you get all this focus. So when he has a serious challenge, like Devin, for instance, he was very leery about fighting Devin Alexander because Devin had beat Maidana. He had beat Matisse and things like that. So that weighed on him, and he gave Devin his props. He really thought Devin was a dangerous fight for him, and so he focused, he locked in. And when he does that, he can perform, and he performs quite well.
There was a lot of talk prior to this fight being announced about a potential fight with KELL Brook. It's been talked about for many years now. What are your thoughts on that? And do you think that that fight possibly may not happen now?
Well, you know, if KELL Brook fights somebody, I think it could happen. I think KELL Brook fighting No Dan and Busy and all these guys does not really, you know, say you deserve an Amir Khan fight, because you have to fight somebody. You know, now he's got his opportunity to fight somebody, and if he comes out victorious in that, then he's in a very demanding situation then. But right now, I mean, I don't know how he gets so many mandatories on guys I never even heard of. So you know more about it than me. You sit at
I'm
Matchroom.
sweating talking about it.
I'm just saying, you know, you got an office at Matchroom. Used to be a typewriter in there, but you got everything in there now.
Well, it is what it is. He has had in
Fight somebody.
2 years this August he'll be world champion. He's had two mandatories and one voluntary defence in that time.
2 mandatories.
Just stating the facts.
Well, the facts are this. What were they before they became mandatory?
Is that a trick question?
No, it's a fact. Where were they? Were they number one before they became mandatory? Or where were they in the rankings before they became mandatory? All of a sudden, they just became mandatory without a fight or nothing. See, that's
good question. Errol Spence is
number. We know what's going on with KELL Brook, so you can't hide that from us. People from the UK call me all the time and tell me why you are preserving KELL Brook to make some money before he self-destructs, you know? So he don't deserve a fight with Amir Khan. He needs to fight somebody. So Errol Spence has already said he'll come to the UK and fight you in your house, in your backyard. There it is.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. It's like a sauna in here.
Exactly what's going to happen. Another number one is going to come from somewhere we never heard of. Bet. Another number one is going to show up that we never heard of.
We'll have to wait and see what happens. Are we good for time or not? Oh, battery. See, I've got my camera guy there just warning me about battery. All right, well, listen, Virgil, I know you've got people waiting to talk to you. My knees are not going to...
Okay.
It's not a natural position. It's not a natural position for me.
62, I can stand up on my lawn without putting my hands here. Can you do that?
Yeah, saying that in your big black leather chair. Nice one.
No, I can sit on the ground.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Listen, Virgil, thank you
My
very much for
pleasure as
talking to
always,
BoxNation, and hopefully we'll catch up with you soon.
Yes, BoxNation. I already gave him a plug early on. I'm giving it through KUGAN CASSIUS, one of your best representatives in the UK.
One of them, the best. Come on.
Well, he's saying the best, but since I don't know everybody, I can't go along with that. But I'll say one of the best. I'll just say this: as good as the best and better than the rest. How does that sound?
I'll take that one.
Okay.
Virgil Hunter, thank you very much.
All right.
And we'll catch up with you soon.
All right.
Canelo Alvarez is boxing's #1 star. Amir Khan has boxing's fastest hands. Saturday, May 7th.
Hard right hand by Canelo.
Unparalleled power.
Big time first round for Khan.
Unsurpassed speed.
This is my time. Let's do this.
Canelo versus Khan. See it live